The closer we get to the launch of Shibarium, the more things change within the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And this is to be expected, considering how important the Layer 2 blockchain will be to the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem. However, the most recent changes are probably things that you didn't expect and are not prepared for. So, you really have to keep watching this video to make sure that you are up to date with what's happening. Disclaimer. Getting straight into it. For a couple of days, the price of SHIB wasn't doing so well. We started the year on a high and it looked like everything would just keep going up, but at some point in February, the price of SHIB started to drop. Basically, the token was going through a correction, which saw its price take a bit of a dump. However, it's not all bad, because analysts are saying that things have started to pick up and the token is now trading above a critical support level. That said, even though the price of SHIB is currently trading above that support level, there is still a possibility that it could close the week below that level, just as there is a possibility that it will close the week above that level. Now, there is absolutely no way to know for sure which way the pendulum will swing for SHIB, but analysts are saying that we can get an idea by taking a look into SHIB's timeframe price history. Well, unfortunately, according to BN Crypto, the technical analyst for the 6-hour time frame indicates that the price of SHIB will fall. But it looks like that fall would be a correction, which should see the price of SHIB bounce right back eventually. However, there is still the fear that SHIB might not recover from the correction and could just enter into a bearish run after that. So yeah, this might sound scary, but it doesn't have to be a completely bad thing. First off, remember that this is just a prediction. It is not a statement of fact, so there is a possibility that SHIB will just continue to pump from now. This is even more considerable when you factor in the fact that Shibarium is on the way. After all, we have gotten 2 blocks already. The actual platform shouldn't be that far off, so you might want to bear that in mind as you consider whether or not SHIB's price will go up. Secondly, even if the price of SHIB continues to drop for the next couple of days, you might want to see it for the opportunity that it is. Price dumps are a great opportunity to get into any financial market because you are either able to finally afford it or you are able to buy a lot more for a lot less, the latter being the case for SHIB. So instead of exiting the ecosystem, you might want to consider stocking up, especially considering that a price pump could happen with the launch of Shibarium. You don't want to miss out on that. That said, I have to mention that this is not financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research before making any kind of financial commitment. As you are doing that, consider the fact that whales have been using the price dump as an opportunity to stock up. And these are investors that have a lot of money and could buy as many tokens as they want. They typically also do their research before making investments. So if they are stocking up on SHIB at a time like this, regular investors might want to pay attention. But again, this is not financial advice. Anyway, still speaking of whales, one of the largest Shiba Inu whales recently purchased close to 90 billion SHIB worth about $1.1 million. Now, this is incredible, but what's even more incredible is the fact that this is not the whale's first SHIB purchase over the past week. Altogether, this whale currently holds about 19.4 trillion SHIB tokens worth more than $252 million. But it's not just this one SHIB whale. Shiba Inu is actually currently the biggest crypto holding by the 100 largest investors on the Ethereum chain. Altogether, they hold SHIB worth more than $650 million. And yes, this number has not dropped even as SHIB has been going through its price changes. So, among a number of things, this shows that SHIB remains a favorite of the big whales. Maybe they are also waiting for the launch of Shibarium like the rest of us. I should remind you that buying SHIB and waiting for something big to happen has worked in the past, and nothing says that it can't work again. Sometime in 2020, an investor decided to take their chance on SHIB, and that chance proved to be probably their only chance to become a billionaire. This person invested $3,400, which might have been difficult to let go of, but in 14 months, $3,400 had grown to $1.55 billion. And it happened because the investor decided to hold on. The investment was made in August of 2020, not too long after Shiba Inu got launched, and a token that was launched with 9 zeros added another 0 not too long after. This investor could have chosen to give up and pull out, but they left their investment in the ecosystem and it paid off in a once-in-a-lifetime kind of way. So yeah, if you are wondering whether there is a possibility for Shib to make people rich, I guess you have your answer. However, please do not take this as financial advice, because it isn't. It is important that you do your own research before making your decision. It's your money that we're talking about here. If you found this really valuable, please drop a comment and share this video with friends. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, thus helping me to keep increasing the quality of the videos. Anyway, still talking about the price of Shib, I mentioned earlier that the launch of Shibarium is supposed to change things for the better. By making Shib transactions more affordable and cutting down the supply of Shib through burns, we should be able to see Shib a lot more profitable in no time. However, even before that happens, a listing by Binance could set the ball rolling. Yeah, I know that Binance already has Shib listed, but it doesn't have the other Shiba Inu tokens listed, and it looks like a Bone listing could be a possibility soon. It kind of ties back to the launch of Shibarium, considering the role that Bone is meant to play on the platform. And the Shib army would really love to see this listing happen, not only because it makes Bone more accessible, but also because a Binance listing is a major milestone for any cryptocurrency. However, aside from the Shiba Inu community, it looks like Binance themselves might be starting to consider Bone a viable listing option. But before we get into that, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 Shib. For a chance to participate in this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below #ShibaInu. Good luck! Also, there's now a membership option on this channel. Becoming a member gives you access to a private group chat with me where we get to discuss crypto gems, finances, and success. If you are interested, hit that membership button. A tweet recently circulated that reads, "Breaking. This is big. According to sources, Binance will be listing Bone Shiba on their platform within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Bone is a top 100 crypto in the world and will be only utility for Shibarium. We were first to break news on Coinbase listing Shib years ago." Now, the Twitter page that made that tweet felt the need to add that last line because they knew that people would find it difficult to believe, considering that the page isn't an official one. So please, take that with a grain of salt while we wait for an official announcement. But it would definitely be great for Shib if Bone gets listed by Binance. Please, tell us in the comments section whether or not you agree. Finally, Shib might not be doing so well, but both Bone and Leash are putting on incredible performances. Bone has risen to the ranks of top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap, and Leash just recently rallied by an impressive 60%. Leash is currently trading at about $700, and analysts believe that it has an unobstructed path to $1,000. According to You Today, breaking and holding above that level could trigger a reaction and send the token to test levels near the $1,000 zone. Such a scenario is possible due to a number of factors, the first of which is that there are no visible obstacles on the token's chart between $700 and $1,000. As an example, the last time Leash pushed back from $700, it rose more than 160% in 2 weeks. Among other factors is the relatively low capitalization of Leash compared to other tokens in the Shiba Inu ecosystem, Shib and Bone. But I would like to hear what you think in the comments section below. Could Leash actually hit $1,000 soon? With that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.